Action. Hello, Anthony Sanfilippo, Delaware County Daily Times, along with Jack McCaffrey, our esteemed columnist, who has found the perfect location for us following Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Philadelphia Flyers swept out of the semifinals tonight, losing to Boston 5-1. Jack, dirty laundry.
Dirty laundry, plenty to go, right in there. The Flyers have plenty of it, and it just wasn't just bad playoff season.
What would you say? We're going to start shoving people, players, into this dirty laundry. Where does it start?
Richards, 1 goal in the entire postseason. No even strength goals. Nothing to speak of in this series. Had the 10-shot game. Kind of promised he was going to score. He couldn't score. Need I say the goaltenders? They pretty much sent their dirty laundry into that bin every night with the goaltenders. Bobrovsky, presentable tonight, but that's about it.
Whose head should roll for this? Do you blame the coach? Do you blame the general manager who put the team together? Do you blame both of them? Does it fall on players? Is lack of leadership? Is it all these things combined?
Obviously, it's all those things combined. But I'm going to give you an answer because that's what I do. I don't like the way Peter Laviolette coached this team. This team went in retreat in April, and he could not spin them out of it. There was issues in that dressing room. We know that there were. And at the end, he didn't know what to do with his goaltending. He couldn't generate any offense. I put the blame on the coach in that one.
Well, it's going to be a pretty long offseason for the Flyers, but I'm assuming it's going to be an eventful one as well. There's probably going to be a lot of turnover here, Jack. Is there anybody in your mind that could be a surprise that maybe leaves this team and heads somewhere else?
The only thing I'd say there might be a surprise is when we talked to Ed Snyder the other night and we asked him about changing directions in goaltending, he didn't say no. There's going to be a change in goaltending philosophy in this organization. And if that means they have to trade anybody to bring in a big-time goalie, I believe they will.
And I think that if they're going to trade somebody and it's going to make a big splash, it very well could be either Mike Richards or Jeff Carter, names that were sacred cows around here for so long. Richards has a no-trade clause that comes into effect in 2012. So if they're going to move him, it would be this offseason. Jeff Carter doesn't have a no-trade clause. Both are signed for the next 9-10 years. That one of them could go, especially with their salary.
They already know how the Jeff Carter, Mike Richards story ends. It's not going to change. They bring it to a certain point. If they can get goaltending for either one of those guys, they've got to do it.
And maybe if you break the two up, maybe it changes a little bit of the culture in the locker room as well. There you go. Well, guys, sorry we don't have as long a run this year as we did last year. Sorry we couldn't find more funny spots to be, but Dirty Laundry, I think, wraps it up perfectly. For Jack McCaffrey, I'm Anthony Sanfilippo saying thanks for tuning in.